Hey everybody, it's your friend Kevin. Today is Friday, the 14th of April 2023, and this is your card of the day. All right, so once again, we're using Guardian Angel Messages Tarot by Radley Valentine, and we did pull from the Archangel Power Tarot cards, the Magician, last Sunday, and this card is with us all week long. Now, I should point out before I get to today's card is that anytime that you're looking to start a new project, a new concept, new idea, anything new that you want and would like for it to be a success, first of all, you use Archangel Ariel to guide the new situation forward, to bring the abundance and the people and the places. But when you're looking for some extra help that you're really not sure, surprises, miracles, whatever that looks like, then you bring in Archangel Raziel, which is represented here by the Magician. Now, at any given moment, you can sort of set down a reading for yourself or set down a set of cards for yourself. And it doesn't have to be ones that you particularly draw for that day. It can be ones that you set up as a kind of like a little grid, like they do spiritual, crystal grids. You can do a tarot grid, if you will. I'm just adding that in there for a little bit of, you don't have to wait to see what the cards do. You can put that energy in place to basically conjure it up. Anyway, let's get to today's reading. Great Father in the sky, loving Mother in the earth, angels, ancestors from all corners and all realms, thank you for giving me the opportunity to read today. I'm going to put these back. Let today's reading be clear, be of service, be of purpose, and be of value. So be it, and so shall it be. Whoops-a-daisy. Let's go. Yeah. There you go. I said yesterday, there's some days where my shuffling is clumsy. That's fine. There we go. 9 of air. Oh, this one popped up again earlier this week. It talks about dreams. Talks about dreams and nightmares. It's really interesting because last night I had a dream about I was in a house. I owned a house, and there was water coming through the walls. And looked like there was some kind of flood in the wall, and then all this dark, mucky energy. And in the dream, I was talking to contractors, and they were telling me that the whole plumbing system had to come out, and every time they opened up one part, there was more water coming from another part. Basically, like the home was flooding from the inside out. And then, it woke me up. I sort of made a mental note of it, went back to sleep, and then of course, my dream before I woke up this morning was all about taking these dogs for a walk and just being with a charity organization of some sort, walking all of these homeless dogs everywhere. It was quite delightful. Got their names, went for a walk with them. It was like I knew them. Anyway, I digress. Know that any negativity that's passing through you, any worry, any sleeplessness might show up in your dreams. They don't need to mean anything. They don't need to become anything. They don't need to turn into anything. They're just dreams. When your body goes off into different realms, whatever was in your frontal lobe, your consciousness, you're worried about, thinking about, and I would say a lot of you and people you know right now are experiencing all of this madness and mayhem that is going on. Turn off the main news. I'm not saying that you should be out of touch with what's going on with reality. But what I am saying is that you get to choose how you are responding to it or responding to other people. That is not to say that any of us, especially if we're of the light, we're of service, we're of purpose, need to be nonchalant. We don't need to be dismissive. We don't need to be judgmental. Have compassion, have understanding, Even light workers, even those that are following spirituality, are up against the wall of what next? What's happening next? So how I look at this is, just imagine a dream or nightmare, whatever you want to look at it, the 9 of air, comes and goes. Things are not as bad as they seem, and change, which we had yesterday, 5 of, I think, water, is going to come with a bit of a price. And the price sometimes is that feeling of vulnerability. We're not comfortable being vulnerable. We are pre-wired for joy, for happiness, for love. We want to seek it. I was on a call yesterday talking about that the fact that my teacher Radley lives in an area that is plagued with methamphetamine addiction, as are a lot of places around the country, world probably. It is seeking that high, seeking that euphoric feeling. Well, when we're not having that euphoric feeling, when we don't have that high, we're not feeling joy for the world, there's a problem. Or at least it seems like there's a problem. To quote Louise Hay, God rest her soul, this is just emotions moving through the body, just like a cold or the flu, or if you're in the Northern Hemisphere right now, allergies. It is temporary, and it's moving through temporarily. I learned when I was learning to teach yoga that in order to have a breakthrough, you have to have a breakdown. If you talk to anyone who's dealing with addiction issues, they've got to have their rock bottom. Now, I'm not saying that these dreams are your rock bottom. No, let's get up out of that. But what I am saying is, when you want to change something that is temporary, you just have to step back and put some magic back in. Play some music, get quiet, meditate, get a sense of really what is the reality. You're okay, you're fine. And from it, from whatever you believe is the dream that's not quite working out, here comes the magic of, you know what, this is just temporary. Or you could say to yourself, I just need to get out of my own way. I've got to get out of my own head. The need for optimism, turning yourself, torturing yourself is a needless action. Even guilt. You know, if you're feeling guilty about things or a little bit less than happy about things, turn that around. Ask your guardian angels or your spirit guides for help to calm your fears and to put pay to all the regrets. As soon as you're aware that you've got regrets, you've taken care of it. You've done it. And what God says is, you know, you're the only one that can really forgive yourself. You're the only one that puts the guilt in the buggy, in the buggy. You're the only one that knows that what you did perhaps wasn't quite the best thing you could have done. However, it all has to do with intention. What was your intention at the time that you did it? Sometimes you can intentionally show somebody kindness and they unintentionally don't respond. And so you unintentionally react to that non-response. Like, well, did they not like the gift? Did they not see this? Because underneath your intention was the expectation. So this is where the disappointment comes. And I'm going off on a tangent, my guides are saying. All right, so there's really absolutely no reason for you to worry at all. Any misplaced focus upon fears and feelings of uncertainty is going to lead you to expect the worst. Get over that. It's time to change your thoughts. Get into something a lot more positive and a lot more uplifting, a lot more happy, and anticipate only, use the magician, anticipate only positive and uplifting. Just anticipate only your highest hopes, your highest dreams. This is all in the divine law of attraction. So I'd say the other part to this today, for you, for me, for all of us, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be beating yourself up. You know, it's just not healthy. And that can be what you say to someone you meet today. You might come across someone who is in that, I work with folks on a daily basis, and I am blessed, really blessed, thank you, that the majority of those I work with are friends, people I love and I care about and I enjoy seeing. But I'm also reminded by them that not every day is my A game. I mean, they will be honest and say, you're off today, or your mood is a bit weird today. What's going on? This is the kind of rapport we have. And that's when I'm like, you know what? You're right. I've got to take a step back. This is going on. Particularly if you're sensitive, if you're working with light, if you're doing the spiritual work, and you're working with angels, spirit guides, even those that have ascended into the world of spirit, there's nothing but love coming from them. Nothing but love. They surround you with their love. They surround you with good feeling thoughts. Anyone I've ever channeled who's come through for someone else, a message, they are usually loving. They're usually kind. And when there's a question that comes up where the person who is still with us says, I am so sorry, I regret this, I regret that, the person on the other side, I've not yet had one that's been judgmental at all. I just don't think that's possible over there, or at least the ones I've spoken to. They're usually loving. Oh, now I got goosebumps on this left side, so I'm receiving that from someone, probably grandma. Kind, giving, caring, all of those things. And they have nothing but really good, loving, kind messages to say back to those who are still here. The other big message that I get a lot from loved ones of clients is live. Oh, yes, I hear you. Oh, my back is tingling. Live your absolute best life. Understand that you, all of you listening, you matter more than you are giving yourself credit for. You are not about these awkward 9 of air dreams. You're not about all of that sleepless night. You are not. If you do wake up at 2 a.m, so you wake up at 2 a.m, pick up a book, meditate, turn. Sometimes I'm woken up at those times, usually because one of my dogs is outside barking at the moon. But it's like I will get up and I might read something poetic, or I might, I don't know, I just do something that it says, oh, it's all okay, it's fine. I don't go into that whole thing, I'm not getting enough sleep, I'm going to be late for work. I don't know that really helps. Naps are really good for that when those nights happen. Now I feel like I'm going off on a tangent. Anyway, today, calm your fears. Don't buy into all your negative dreams. If you're finding other people doing it, grab them and go get a cup of coffee or a lemonade or, some sweet tea, something. Let them know that they matter too and that you care about them and that they are worthy of your time and attention, and you're worthy of theirs. That makes sense? Yes. There's a family that we have and there's a family that we choose. And I would say be with people, particularly if you get the intuitive sense there might be something that's going on. I've had many conversations where initially somebody says, well, everything's fine, it's okay, yeah, no worries, all good. And then later, you know what, I wasn't completely honest. This is happening. This is going on. And that's at the time that you get to be your most powerful, where you sit back and you openly listen to those who openly share. You know how much of a gift it is to your friends and loved ones that you love so much to be able to openly share and let them give you their information so that you can then sit and say, this is my thoughts about this, or this is my feelings about this, or this is how I would maybe suggest. We don't advise, we suggest. Being able to offload, not dump, there's a difference. Being able to offload the burdens is a huge gift for the person doing it. It may deepen your connection with them. More relationships should do that. All right, my friends, I love you so much and I thank you for your support. Keep it going, keep it happening. It's making a difference to everybody. Until tomorrow, be well, be safe, be blessed, and be positive. Bye.